Good morning, everyone. No DMAA here, coming at you with a Cardfight Vanguard deck profile. So this is not Digimon. This is Cardfight Vanguard. So Digimon subs, this is not a Digimon deck profile. This is Cardfight Vanguard. So the start decks finally came out this weekend, and I got a crack at them, and it's so fun. This game is amazing. If you're still on Digimon subs, I could teach you about this game real quick. So, Cardfight Vanguard is an amazing game my Bushy rolled, and it's about like these units just facing off against each other. And it rebooted the game. This is the third reboot. No, it's the second reboot. This is the third format. So this is a Overdress format, and it's quite amazing. Like, this dude is cute. Like, this is Trickstar. He's my ace, and I'm really excited to be playing this game again because it's been so long since I played Cardfight Vanguard, and I've been playing it for 10 years. This is the first time I've been playing Dragon Empire too, one of the 5 nations they can play. So there's Dragon Empire, Stoicheia, Dark States, Kether Sanctuary, and Brandt. Those are the five nations that are out right now. There are more nations coming out later, but those are the 5 start deck ones. You can see in the background too, like I got in the background on my video, like that's 2 of the start decks I haven't opened yet. So the one I'll be talking about today is Dragon Empire. That's going to be my main deck moving forward in Cardfight Vanguard. But I will be messing around with Kether Sanctuary as well. So you'll probably see a start deck profile on that too later this week. You'll see a couple of Digimon deck profiles as well because I'll be test playing for the tournament next week. So I'm really excited to show you Cardfight Vanguard. So let's get into it. Switching over to deck profiling mode. So this is my ride deck right here. These are the sleeves for it. The ride deck is very similar to Hatching from Digimon for Digisubs here. So you get to pick 4 cards from your main deck and put in your ride deck, so you can guarantee your ride. So how the ride deck works is basically you get to pick from 0, 1, 2, and 3, and you get to pitch a card from your hand every turn to ride from the ride deck. Well, you start with the starting Vanguard, but like you have an opening hand, like let's just say this is my hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, draw a card, and then I would pitch a card, like just pitch a random card, and then I can ride from the ride deck. So that's how that works, basically, and then that's just very good consistency, because the problem with Vanguard before is that you get grade lock, so if you wouldn't have a 1, 2, or 3 in your hand, you couldn't ride to the next level, and that just sucked if you couldn't pull that off. So the mulligan is actually quite different because of this ride deck, because you are looking more for like combo pieces than your actual like ride chain, because the ride chain is guaranteed now with this ride deck. So my ride deck is Sunrise Egg, Blaze Maiden Reno, Blaze Maiden Ryu, and then what's your full name? Charka Barhi Divine Dragon Nirvana. I just call him Nirvana. I don't even know if I said that first part right, but that's my red deck because they each get effects when you ride on top of each other. So you get to draw a card if you go second with him. Then she gets 2k if you swing with her, and then if you ride this on top of her, you get Trickstar to the board. So you get to call my favorite boy to the board. You get to call him, and then when you ride Nirvana on top of her, you get to call. I mean, not call. You get to grab a. I'll grab him real quick. Where are you, Verena? You get to grab Verena and add it to your hand, and then you can overdress. I'll explain what overdress is, for people who don't know. But you could. So basically, this ride deck allows you to get your combo pieces for the deck to work, which is very amazing. So you're guaranteed your stuff to at least try the combo off. So that's all I like about the ride deck. You get stuff off. Alright, let's talk about the main deck. So I run 4 Trickstar. He's a grade 0. He has an effect that continuous, as long as he's on the board, he can't be targeted by my opponent's card effects. So right now that's really good against Brandt, because Brandt has a prison mechanic that allows them to imprison your cards, like take them off the board. So he cannot be chosen for that. So that's pretty cool. And he's very cute. Trickstar is very amazing. I love him so much. He is such a great card, because you can keep recycling him. Then I run 4 perfect guards. So this card, like, you have to pitch a card, and then you can nullify any attack that comes at you. So it's pretty amazing. So you run 4 of that. I'll tell you what I did different with the starter deck too. So this is purely starter deck. So I run 3 of that dude. Technically 4 of this if you want to count the one in the ride deck. Like, technically 4. But 3 in the main deck. So he's just 8k beater. And then I already explained what she does. But she gets 2k when you swing with her as Vanguard or Rearguard. And I run 3 of this, what's it called? No, this order card. It's like a magic card, like in Yu-Gi-Oh! Sunburst Evolution. So you can counterblast 1, give one of your units 5k, and grab a Varina from your drop. So this card's going to be really good later when more Varinas come out, because you can pick any Varina. And that's just good. And I already explained what she does in the ride deck. She gets 2k when she swings as well, and, you know, the other effect where if you ride, you get the Trickstar. And Varina. So, speaking of Varina, hey Varina, I run 4 of that. He's not foil. I have to wait till June for that. But, he's really good. He has the Overdress state, so you can he can overdress over Trickstar. Like, let me make that more centered. So, it's like Digivolving. Literally just Digivolving. You can put him on top. I literally just say, Overdress Varinamon! That's what I do when I play this card. I call him Varinamon sometimes because I play Digimon so much. But, so when this unit in the overstay attacks a Vanguard, he gets 10k. And you can Soul Blast 2. Then you can Soul Blast 2. Choose one of your rear guards and retire. Choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. So it's really good. Especially since the first effect doesn't really need to be... You don't need Soul Blast 2 to get to 10k. So you can just swing and get 10k automatically. That's pretty good. Pretty good. The Soul Blasting 2 kind of sucks right now. Because there's no way to Soul Charge or Counter Charge right now. So once you Soul Blast, you're kind of done. Unless you've been Persona Riding. Even with Persona Riding, you're kind of done at that point. Grade 3s. 3 in the main deck. So his effect is when you swing with him at the Vanguard, you can counterblast 1? Yeah, counterblast 1, and all the units with Overdress ability get 10k. So these are the Varinas have the Overdress ability. So he doesn't actually have to be overdressed. He doesn't have to be in the overdress state to get to 10k. He just has to have the overdress ability, which he does. So like you don't even have to overdress sometimes. So this is really good against Brandgate because you don't want to overdress against Brandgate. So you can just play these out, and then he'll still get to 10k. So, and he gives himself 10k. So it's even good, even when he solo swings. I mean, I've been in a situation where that's happened. 3 of this dude. What's your name? Fire/Dragon Infernal Sword. So when he attacks a unit, he gets 2k. That's all he does. He has the Persona Ride icon too, but I never ride him because of the ride chain. So, I mean the ride deck. So let me explain Persona Ride for those who don't know. So when you ride on top of the same unit with the icon, you get 10k power to your front row, and you get to draw a card for the turn. So that's pretty amazing because it affects the board, not units. So like if you switch out stuff, you can the new units that are in the front row get 10k. So it's a pretty good combo. I've been consistently using this is like the main like source. Like this is ideally the board you want. It's like this. Let me like build the board for you real quick. And then ideally boosters. You don't really need boosters, but make that more centered for the camera. Okay. So ideally you want this, and then you swing, you get 10k power, and then they get 10k power from swinging at Vanguard too, so you're like swinging for really hard sometimes. So it's really good. Really good. So I should talk about my rounds. So last night I was playing a start deck tournament. So first round I played against Dark States. I won 2-1. It was that game was probably the toughest one, even though I lost all the other ones. That game was really rough. Like, I loved that game. It was so good playing Dark States. We were like on the edge. We were like hitting each other hard every turn. Like we could have gone either way all 3 games. It was incredible. It was very Danji versus Yu Yu from the anime. And then round 2 and 3 I played Stoicheia. Stoicheia was all over my trial deck tournament. I was playing. Let me think. Who played Stoicheia second round? I don't remember who was who, but I played. Oh yeah, I played Stoicheia against what's her name? I can't say her name on the internet, but she was new at Vanguard because she played Weiss, and I was teaching her how to play a bit at the same time. I was telling her to put the dice and stuff to use her powers, and she was putting mad dice on her cards for Stoicheia. I was like, "Yep, that can attack in the back row. Yep. You're hitting me for 2. Yep, you hit the over trigger. Oh, I'm fucked." Yeah, it was funny. She hit the over trigger. This card, I was like, "Oh man." She was wrecking me with Stoicheia. And in round 3, I was playing a new guy at our locals, and he was playing Stoicheia too, and he was doing the exact same thing, and I was just like, I cannot respond to the back row. I don't know how. I was losing so hard to Stoicheia, basically, because my rounds 2 and 3 were Stoicheia, and I was just like, yeah. And then Brandt was just pretty close. I won. That was 2-1, because the Stoicheia was 2-0 for rounds 2 and 3. I was 0-2'd. So I didn't win against Stoicheia at all. But with Brandt final round, it was 2-1 again. I got a game off him, but Brandt was just difficult because he kept like I kept telling y'all earlier, like I kept running out of resources because this deck cannot counter blast counter charge or soul charge. So when I run out of resources, I run out. I cannot refill my tank, So I used it all up because you have to counter blast and soul blast to get my units out of the prison for Brandt. So once I ran out, I was done. Like I was really pushing for game 3 against Brandt, and he blocked all my over 50. He had the over trigger guard. I was like, bro, you can't do that. I was swinging for over 50k with all 3 of these units, and he blocked them all, and he had 5 damage. And I was like, he blocked all 3. I was like, yo, how'd you do that? So good. Those were all good games, though. I had a good time. It didn't matter if I won or lost, but it was just a starter deck tournament. It didn't mean anything, technically. The winner would just get another starter deck because our sneak peek kit didn't come on time. So we just did a starter deck tournament, and I was just happy to be playing Vanguard again, to be honest. This game is so fun. I miss Vanguard more than I thought I did. So I miss this is my first time playing Dragon Empire, and this card is just amazing. But yeah, the deck profile is not done yet. I have to show off my triggers for a second. So you have to run 16 triggers when you play Vanguard. You have to have 16 in your deck, no matter what. So you can only have one over trigger though. So the over trigger is amazing. If you drive check this, you have to remove it from the game, draw 1 card, give one of your units 1 million, 10 million power, and then if you drove check this, you can give another unit 1 million, 10 million power. So it's really good offensively because you can give it to 2 units. Defensively, you can only give it to 1. So it's amazing. And it's a 50k shield. It has 50,000. So it's a base. It's really big. It's basically a perfect guard. So it can stop most attacks right now in the game. Well, in the Overdress format anyway. So the starter deck came with 3 fronts. I play 4 fronts because I bought multiple decks. So that's the only difference. I took out 1 draw trigger and put it in a front. Because they give you 4 draw triggers in the starter deck. So I run 4 though. Just because I'd rather see the front more than drawing. Then I run 4 crits because they make me. I'd rather run 8, but it's not out yet until the booster set comes out this Friday. 4 heal because I am not that brave. Heal trigger heals stuff. Heals your damage. And then 3 draw. So that's my trigger lineup. Oh, and the over trigger, 16. I was like, why is that 15? But yeah, so that's my lineup for the triggers. Yeah, so that's my deck profile for the starter deck. There's really not much you can do until this Friday for set 1 to come out. So I'm gonna overdress for that again because I overdress for the release days. So I'll probably just overdress for every release day. Trickstar! Man, calling him every game is amazing. I love it. But yeah, that's my deck profile for Dragon Empire. I'll probably hit you with a Keller Sanctuary deck profile this week. In addition to a couple of Digimon deck profiles. Because I have to get ready for the Digimon tournament next week. Anyway, so yeah, so this is mostly going to be a side thing for the YouTube channel moving forward. I'm really excited to give you Vanguard content. I know it's kind of weird doing two different card games on the same channel. I know True Champion Steven did it for the longest time, but he split into two different channels. But I'm not that big yet, or I'm not really that big, so I don't think I could like sustain two different channels. That I don't play like all the nations, so it wouldn't be viable anyway. So like, but I really do want to express my love for the Cardfight Vanguard, and it kind of works with this channel anyway. So this is great. Thanks so much for watching my first Cardfight Vanguard deck profile video. This was so much fun. So I'll see you all next time for the Keter Sanctuary one, and then I got a couple of Digimon ones coming too. So I don't know what I'm even gonna play for Digimon. Probably purple or blue before set 4 comes around, because I want to play a couple decks before the next format comes out. But alright, that's all I got for y'all. Alright, stand up Vanguard. I'll see you all next time.